last 2 months have seen the highest of highs and the lowest of lows for Chicago Wolves goaltender Matt Climie. Owing to unwavering determination for change and an unstoppable work ethic, things are mostly looking up for Matt these days.
I'll pick you up in the truck.
That'll be awesome.
We do that, and then we can, if we have time, we'll look to see if we can get some gear to fit you.
Yeah.
And put you in some of that and see how that goes.
Very
and
cool.
then if all things work out and everything else, and we have enough time and stuff, maybe we can put up the training tower. That's at Station 2. We'll just have to drive over there. Do that.
Very cool.
So we'll see how things go.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get one of these.
Yeah,
Good, eh? I feel confident right now. I'll be able to handle this. A little bit weak in the knees, but.
Are you more or less nervous in a shootout?
I'm a little more nervous right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Kids often pretend to be firefighters or professional athletes when they're younger. Recently, Matt Climie got to be both.
I knew it was tough to become one. It's extremely a competitive market, and it's tough to land a paying firefighting job. But I feel that, I mean, it's worth it. I kind of, there's a lot of similarities between like a firehouse and a hockey team, and I kind of like just working like as a team and working with the guys, and you know, that whole hanging out aspect.
Working together to win. Until recently, that wasn't happening for Matt Climie or for the team he backstops.
I'm extremely competitive, and I mean, I want to win games, and I want to play, you know, at the highest of my ability, and sometimes things don't work out, and it kind of just snowballs with that snowball effect, and it was just kind of rolling for a couple weeks where we weren't really getting the wins, and we weren't really bringing our best game, and I knew we had a lot better to give, and when you don't see the product on the ice where, you know, we should expect that good product, it's frustrating, because I know we could do better as a team and play better and kind of find ways to win games. Struggling and having that adversity early on in the season, it really brings the guys together, and we find ways to battle together and realize that you have to play as a team, and we're all out there for each other, and if we're not playing as a team, it's tough to win in this league.
And in November and early December, he and the team lost again and again when he was in net.
I've played a few years pro now, so I've kind of gone through stretches, and I've gone through where you're winning every night and things are rolling, and it seems a lot easier to come to the rink and to put the work in, and you just kind of, just the confidence is there. So when you're losing, it's just, you got to put that much more effort into coming to the rink and really putting the work in and finding ways to make a difference. And I mean, at times it was tough, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, when you're losing every night and you feel like, I felt like I was, you know, coming prepared, and I felt I was giving the team a chance to win. It's frustrating at times, but at the same time, it's a long season, and I didn't want to get down on myself too much.
If I can have your permission, can you give me the blow by blow?
Here we go.
I think our goaltending's been good enough to win us hockey games. I think that our play in front of them, our goaltending hasn't been very good. I think that there's both goaltenders have had nights where, yeah, there's goals that they could have stopped or maybe should have stopped. But at the end of the day, you know, are you giving them quality chances against? And for Matty, the biggest thing with him is we just don't get him any run support. We don't score goals when Matty's in the net. And we've had one game where we've gotten more than 3 goals when Matty's in there. So that's hard on a goaltender. That stresses out a goaltender, and it means you're, you know, playing a lot of time and you're in the rink. But you know what? He got rewarded the last 2 games, or 2 of the last 3 games, and that's great to see.
When you don't score enough and a guy's playing well for you, you have a sense of guilt. And I think that's what happens to the players. They feel guilty that every night Climes plays well and he's getting nothing for it. You know, and then all of a sudden, you know, you look at his record and he's got very few wins and a lot of losses, and it's not. Again, that's a stat that isn't true to the fact how good he's playing. You know, you look at his save percentage and goals against and everything. It shows that he should have more wins. If you just see those 2 things and you look, oh, he's got to have more wins than he has, but finally he's getting rewarded. I think the players, and that says something about the players. They want to rally, you know, around them and do something for your goaltender. And you know, Matt, and that shows that Matt's a leader. Guys want to rally around him and win for him.
You feel for the guy, though. You do. You know, when you know that game against Grand Rapids, He held us into 1-0 going into the third. You know, we had something like 12, 14 shots on net, and he'd stopped 35 already. And just think like, God, we need to do something. He's holding us in this game. He's sort of the reason we're still in this game. And it's frustrating for us when you can't really help a guy out like that. But on the other side of it, you know, the game in Rockford the other night where he held the fort again for us. I remember after the game, I think it was Matheson who came up and was saying, you know, it feels good to get one for Climbs there.
Quite the view.
Doing rescues and stuff?
I can't even imagine. How often do you use the slider though? Not maybe a couple times a year or training.
Use it all in training.
Yeah. Being a goaltender, I mean, I kind of grew up being a goalie, and then when you lose games, it falls on the goaltender's shoulder, because I'm the one that, you know, letting those goals in and not making enough saves for us to win. So I mean, even though it's a correlation between the goalie and the players, a lot of times just kind of falls back on the goalie, and that's kind of the added pressure of playing the goaltender position. It's just finding ways to win and battling and trying to make that extra save, that game-changing save.
Doesn't matter how good you play, you can stand and stop 50 shots a night, but if you keep losing games, it ends up being, after a while, it gets to be a little bit of a downer. And you know what, he needed to win. You know, he needed to win to get himself going.
And he got some wins. And with Eddie Lack not suiting up at the moment, the starting job.
Matt climbing perfect. A 1-0 Chicago win and 4 straight victories.
Well, and that's the start of the season, and I'll tell you what, Matt was terrific in this game. What a duel by both goaltenders.
That's it, survive.